Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this video. If you like the content I'm putting out, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hope you like this video. Hey everybody, I want to go over my thoughts on AR magazines. So I own PMags, OK Surefeed aluminum, Duramag stainless steel, Lancer polymer steel hybrids. I like all of these ones that I've shown you. I've shot all of these. You can see that I have them numbered, so that way if something goes wrong, I can, put in my notes, P3 had some feed issues or whatever, which that's not the case. That's just an example. But the VSO Gun Channel put out a video that I saw, and this is 5 years old, but I just saw it recently, that goes into durability. Now, this isn't going to affect, if you're a LARPer like me, any of these options are fine. Aluminum is lighter, steel is heavier, more durable. The polymer options are lighter, cost efficient. The problem is the polymer ones aren't as durable as your metal ones, and the aluminum ones aren't as durable as your stainless steel ones. So after watching his video, he just does a good job. He destroys polymer magazines, and he contends that these are disposable, which I tend to agree with. Like, plastic is just not going to be as durable as metal. And he goes over, dropping them. There's the issue of with Lancers, people saying, you bang them on the table hard enough, rounds come out. This is a PMag, so I got a round to pop out of here. So I'm not super concerned with that. And like in my other video I went over, I keep my magazines loaded. I mean, some of these are unloaded because I haven't reloaded them since I did the video adding the different plates. And that's another thing. I like these USGI plates on these USGI Duramags. And I would like to, with these being more durable, the VSO Gun Channel goes over, a steel Duramag properly taken care of. And that doesn't mean you don't use it, you don't shoot it at the range. Just, it doesn't get all rusted out. You store it properly or whatever. This will last generations. It'll be around after I'm gone. My kids can use it. Whereas your polymer mags may or may not. And if you use them hard, they could break, they could crack. And like I was saying, if you're just playing around in your basement, you go to the range, you shoot every now and then, any of these options are going to be fine. If you're going to do more hard use, especially if you do this for your job, more durability could be useful to you. So I'm leaning more towards these steel mags. Now I have quite a few of these, and I actually have some old Colt mags, and I specifically didn't change the plate on those. I have some 20 rounders that are like USGI Colt mags that were my dad's, and I go over that in the should you leave your magazine loaded, unloaded video. Those things, when my dad died, and my dad died in end of 01, I got these mags that were loaded, and they had been loaded for as long as I could remember growing up in my childhood. I mean, we did shoot occasionally, and then they would be reloaded before they were put away. So they were loaded, and I still use them, and they are some of my best mags. And they're not as pretty as this one. They're all scuffed up and, used looking because they're ancient. I don't know when my dad got them, but I wanted to keep the base plates on those because those say Colt those suckers, I haven't changed any of the parts. The springs are the same. The followers are the same. They don't have the fancy new followers. They have the like green one. They still work great. And that's just a testament to metal mags, how durable they can be. And those old Colt mags, I think I have 4 of those 20 rounders that are just amazing. And I think if I don't know, I hesitate to buy used stuff when I go to gun shows sometimes. But if I get a good deal on some old Colt mags, I don't know, I might try them out and see if those ones, the ones at gun shows just usually look like they've been really hammered, like people just throw them in a gravel pit and run over them all day. But anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm leaning towards going with these in the future. Now, some pros for this, USGI mags that PMags make, these new base plates and the Ranger plates that I have, you've seen in my other kits. This is the L plate. I like these, so that way whenever I am training and these drop out, I think I'm leaning more towards training drop out and not re-put them back in my plate carrier. Because, I mean, if I'm in a gunfight, I need to be focusing on the gunfight, not, you know, putting an empty mag away or something like that. So, USGI base plates, I like those. You can do that with PMag because they're the ones that make the base plates. So you could do that. I had liked Lancer a lot, and I like that I like these smoke transparent ones, so they're not super bright, but I can see everything that's going on inside. But I do want base plates, and finding base plates, there is no USGI or Ranger plate, L plate equivalent that I can find. There are some aluminum options that are expensive, and at the point where I'm spending like 20-30 bucks for a base plate, whenever I only buy these when I find them on sale for like $8 a piece. I would rather just buy more mags than super fancy base plates. So that's where I'm at with that. Leaning towards Durmag steel. Check out the VSO Gun Channel's review on those, and let me know what you think in the comments. You know, these are issued to the military, so these are the best. Is that what you think? You know, steel too heavy, outdated. Do you agree, disagree? And if you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe. I'll hope this helps.